Today on DC News Now.
Don't touch Karen.
Real Housewives of Potomac reality star Karen Huger is set to be released from prison. We're live outside of the Montgomery County Detention Center. Congress is back in session as lawmakers try to avoid a government shutdown at the end of the month. The latest from Capitol Hill. Fall-like weather to kick off your Tuesday. Meteorologist Damon Matson is tracking your forecast. Then drone delivery becoming a reality. The new changes from the FAA. And we're helping you stretch your dollar with No Spend September. We'll tell you how to get involved.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. Breaking now, Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger has been released from jail in Montgomery County. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree is live outside the detention center in Rockville. And good afternoon, Kevon. So what was the mood like outside there?
Yeah, that's right, Shanika. We're here outside of the Montgomery County Detention Center. And to answer your question, the mood was actually pretty calm here. We expected to see a lot more Real Housewives of Potomac fans here, but about only one or two, only a few of them showed up. As you said, I'm here in front of the detention center where Karen Huger was released around 11 o'clock, so about an hour ago now. Huger is being released after serving less than 6 months of her one-year sentence. She was found guilty in December 2024 by a jury for driving under the influence. Police arrested Huger in March of that year after she was involved in a crash near Oakland Drive in Potomac. Now today, Huger was released here, as I mentioned before, around 11 a.m. She got into a black SUV and drove right along this road here behind me. As she drove away, she rolled her window down. She actually had a smile on her face and was waving to the cameras. Now some Real Housewives fans, as I mentioned, were here also showing their support for Huger, and they say that she hopes that they hope that she learned from this stint in jail. And we'll have sound from those fans a little bit later today. Reporting live in Potomac, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Thank you. And now let's turn things over to meteorologist Damon Matson, joining us with a check on the forecast. And Damon, I know everyone is happy with you. I know I am, because this weather is just phenomenal.
I'm just happy to bring the good news, Shanika. That's it. And we have more of the same going on out there today, as yet again we started out with a very sunny, cool morning, and that sunrise is pretty spectacular depending on where you were at too. But now, as we've made it to the lunch hour, well, similar to Labor Day and the last few days, some clouds have found their way into the mix. Notice how that cloud cover spread out from east to west once again, and really as we go through the rest of the day, it is going to be about that mix of sunshine and cloud cover. Now, those cool temperatures we had this morning have certainly warmed up to a pretty nice level. It's still a little bit cooler out west in the 60s, but everywhere else across the DMV, especially east of I-81, you are in the lower to middle 70s. But unlike on Monday, on Labor Day, we aren't likely to see the clouds break up quite as much. That's going to keep our temperatures just a few degrees cooler than yesterday. That's really the only change up we're going to notice. So those highs today likely to peak in the upper 70s as we continue to see a fair amount of that cloud cover straight into the evening time, but mixed with that sunshine. But today is the last day of this very consistent, beautiful pattern we've been on. Some minor changes are going to start on Wednesday and progress into the second half of the week. We'll let you know what you should be ready to expect over the next few days, coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. In Prince George's County, a woman is dead after a single car crash in Beltsville. Now, police say it happened last night near Cherry Hill and Powder Mill Road. Officers say the woman died on scene, and they're now looking into how that crash happened. And a Maryland woman is wanted for a deadly hit and run in Dover, Delaware. It happened Sunday morning on North DuPont Highway. Police say a 2001 Toyota hit and killed Barbara Benson. The driver of that vehicle left the scene, and during the investigation, officers identified Aaliyah Graves as that driver. Police found her car in Wharton, but are still looking for her. And Delaware police are now asking for anyone with information to reach out. And new today, a woman was arrested for stealing more than a dozen Ninja slushy machines across Fairfax County, and that's totaling up to $10,000. On August 24th, an officer was conducting a traffic stop on Russell Road in Hibla Valley, where he observed a rental van driving suspiciously. Police say the passenger initially provided a false name, but was later identified as Christine Woodson. Woodson is being held on no bond. And family and friends of a Virginia man who died in police custody last month was laid to rest today. Police released the body cam footage, and you can see there last week, Alan Tucker II was taken into custody on August 15th after Alexandria police say he was knocking on doors and yelling inside of his apartment. Police say they arrested him for public intoxication, and Tucker was then found unresponsive. Officers tried to save him using CPR and Narcan, but he died, and police are now looking into whether Tucker was under the influence. And on Capitol Hill, Congress returns to Washington today with less than a month to avert to a federal government shutdown. They need to avert that. And the pressure is now on lawmakers to reach a deal. DC News Now's Rashad Hudson has more.
Lawmakers are back in Washington with a big deadline looming, and that's keeping the government funded before the end of September. But with President Trump's plan to cancel billions in foreign aid, that's setting up a fight on Capitol Hill over who controls the power of the purse.
And it's going to be passed exclusively by Republicans.
President Trump predicts a partisan vote to keep the government open. Last week, Democratic leaders again called for a meeting with their GOP counterparts, insisting a deal must be bipartisan. But President Trump is trying to cancel about $5 billion in foreign aid. He's using what's known as a pocket rescission to cut spending that Congress has already approved, a move that effectively bypasses lawmakers. Republican Senate Appropriations Chair Susan Collins says it infringes on Congress's power of the purse. And Democratic leader Chuck Schumer calls it unlawful.
But the one that unifies them all is they have to get some sort of budget and appropriation done. They got to fund the government by the end of September.
Republicans need 60 votes in the Senate to pass any spending bill, and political science experts believe Democrats are unlikely to support it. And lawmakers return to Washington at a time where President Trump has seized control over local law enforcement. We can expect lawmakers to weigh in on that when they return later today. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
And today marks 80 years since the end of World War II, also known as VJ Day in the U.S. It's the day the U.S. declared victory over Japan, and happening now, a ceremony is being held at the National World War II Memorial by the National Park Service. The ceremony will honor living veterans in attendance, plus they will respect those who have died. For the full ceremony, you can head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. And Howard University's former president is back at the helm. The university's board of trustees announced that they were appointing Dr. Wayne Frederick as the interim president in August. Dr. Ben Vinson III served as president since September of 2023, and he wrapped up his tenure Sunday. And in a statement released today, Frederick said he will soon meet with student leaders about challenges and concerns. And this is the time of the year DC comes to life. If it feels like traffic is even worse now than before, you are right. Metro calls it the September shock, where your commute can get even longer. And Max Marcilla shares why the transit system is encouraging you to take the train.
The push to get out of your cars and into a Metro train, well, that's really because Metro says this is the month called September Shock, where there is a shocking amount of traffic on the roadways, and they are hoping that between back to school and back to work for people on the Hill and end of summer travel, that everyone will kind of shift over to transit. They say that this is the time to do so, again, because traffic is intense in this month, and the return to in-person work has seen a shift toward transit. We know that it's been a sticking point for many elected officials, from the mayor to the president, and we have seen over the last few years an increase in people going into the office and taking Metro to get there. In fact, Metro Rail starting this year with a 10% increase in ridership over the first 6 months. And this, according to some early morning riders, is the way to go. Any advice for people traveling in the busy days post Labor Day?
Take it as it comes.
To avoid the traffic, this is very great. So I will appreciate the train and all the workers in the train. They're doing a good job. Thank you, love you all.
And one more bit of good news from Metro. The construction that was ongoing in July on the Blue Line and in August on the Green Line, those projects are both done, so we can expect hopefully a smooth ride through the month of September. Reporting at Union Station, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, Max, thank you. And as the Powerball jackpot increases again, some lucky Virginians were able to snag winning tickets in the Commonwealth's lottery. One person won $1 million, and they brought the winning ticket at a Wawa in Manassas. Two other people won $150,000 each and bought their tickets online. The Powerball jackpot is now up to $1.3 billion, and that next drawing is tomorrow. I am still praying on that. All right, coming up on DC News Now, Northern Virginia firefighters swooped in to save a woman's beloved pet after hopping behind her dishwasher. See a social media star up ahead. And then two Anne Arundel County firefighters are hanging up their helmets after decades of service. You're watching DC News Now at noon. Stick around, we're going to be right back with more.